Hey guys, welcome back to an all new Cold Culture automotive video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use your brand new F-150 off-road and everything that comes with it inside. Now I have the FX4 package, so there are a couple things that I have that maybe you don't have, but for the most part they should be pretty similar. We're going to be going over four-wheel drive, rear lockers, when to use 4Auto, stuff like that. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so before you do anything off-road, here's what you want to do to get everything set up. So first thing, you're going to go to just your main menu. You're going to go down to truck info and then go ahead and go up to off-road. And that's going to reset all of your gauges. That little thing right there up at the top, that's going to tell you if your rear locker's locked. It also tells you in the bottom left corners. So that's what you're going to want to do here. And then over here, I recommend having your off-road screen and then your maps on here. A cool thing about your maps, and yes, I know my screen protector's still on there. My other screen protector hasn't come in yet. But the cool thing about maps is when you go off-road, it actually leaves breadcrumbs to let you know how to get back. And I'll show you more of that later. So first thing when you're going off-road that a lot of people don't know is you actually don't need four-wheel drive all the time. And a lot of people seem to think that, oh, if you're off-road, then that means I need four-wheel drive. Actually, that's not true at all. But in a situation maybe like this hill, we got some loose dirt on the hill, could be hard for me to get traction. Probably not, but this is a perfect hill to show you some of the off-road things that this truck comes with and when to use them. So when going up a steep hill, this hill is not too steep, but when going up a steep hill, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and go into 4 low. And to do that, you're gonna have to go into neutral. So the truck's in neutral, foot's on the brake, hit 4L. And then all of those screens are gonna come up right here. It's gonna see we're in 4 low in that bottom left-hand corner. And then I'm gonna show you guys, just for the sake of showing you guys, I don't really think we need it, but for the sake of showing you guys, you're gonna go ahead and push in here and hold for your rear locker. And then that's going to show up, bam, right there. So right next to the four-wheel drive, it's going to show that rear locker. And then you're going to go ahead, put the truck back in drive, and then go ahead and move on up. So when you're in 4 low, the whole point of it is, well, actually this is steeper than I thought it was going to be. So there you go right there. That's kind of showing you. That's my view. It's just the sky. But when you're in 4 low, you're actually going to be limited on how fast you could go. And that's because it's actually multiplying your torque to give you a lot more torque when you're driving, so that it can kind of give you better traction and more power to move you up the hill. Now the whole point of 4 low is to multiply that torque in that low end for your gearing to help you get up that hill. The other thing here is I engage that rear locker. What does that do? Well, it pretty much just gives you more traction and spins both tires at the same time instead of them spinning individually. And so what's going to happen is if I have one tire up in the air and one tire down, the tire that's down is not going to spin. It's just going to send power to the way of less resistance. Locking that rear end, what that's going to do is it's going to send to both tires to spin equally. That way a tire that does have traction will propel me forward. So I think I may have found an obstacle that can kind of show off this working a little bit better. So I'm going to show you me going up it without locking anything, just being a 2-wheel drive, and then show you the difference that it'll make. This is kind of a small little Razorback, so we're just going to see the difference. I don't necessarily think it's going to show off how capable the truck is by any means, but hopefully if you're a beginner, this is going to show you what to do and when to do it. Alrighty, so I don't think that was the best example ever, but hopefully it did look somewhat better and gave you guys somewhat of a better idea of what engaging those things will actually do for you. Now, something else that is amazing about these trucks, if you optioned it, is going to be the camera system. So I want to show you what exactly it looks like if I'm going up and over something. You're going to see how tilted I am up from my view, but as we're going through it, you're going to see from the camera's point of view, it's much more tamed and controlled and kind of just gives you a better perspective on whatever it is you're trying to do. Okay, so again, same obstacle here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the camera system, and if you haven't seen the Ford camera systems, they are absolutely amazing. You should check them out. I have them in some of my other videos. But right here, I'm going to go ahead and go to our options. This is the front view just by itself. This is okay, but the one I prefer, especially for off-roading, this is good for like parking. For off-roading, I like this view. This stitches all of them together. So this is right in front of your left tire, right in front of your right tire, and this is right down the middle. Stitches them together to be a nice kind of uniform image right there. So let's see when I'm going up here. Put this puppy in drive. And from my angle, you're gonna see it change a lot, where it's kind of, look how tilted we are. I don't know if you can really tell. 7 degrees tilted, but on here it just looks normal. And it really lets me see what's in front of me, because I can't really see anything up and over here on the right. Maybe there's a rock there, I don't know, but the camera system would show me. And that is something that I would use the crap out of in your Ford F-150, just for the safety of you and your passengers and for your vehicle. Alrighty, so a lot of people seem to question, you know, anytime I'm in the dirt, I gotta put it in 4-wheel drive. Well, not really. Actually, most off-roading you can do in 2-wheel drive, except for sand or snow. That you definitely need 4-wheel drive, and you definitely need specific tires for both of those things. There's some all-terrain tires that will do well, but that is more of a tire and 4-wheel drive situation. If you look out in front of us, some people may think that out here you need 4-wheel drive just right away, but actually not really at all. And this is sort of far from extreme off-roading too, in my opinion. This is an FX4 package, so nothing too crazy here. But as you see, you know, we have a lot of ruts, a lot of little crevices that you don't particularly want to get stuck in. But again, nothing you need 4-wheel drive for. But let's see if we can find something you do need 4-wheel drive for. Okay, so I purposefully got my truck stuck in a little bit of a situation, not a big deal at all. I'm just in little ruts. And if I just step on it, I'd probably get out of it. But I don't have like a muddy area or snowy area or even sandy area to go get my truck stuck and to put it in 4-wheel drive to show you guys. But it is a little bit stuck here. So what I can do is I can go ahead, and because I have a Lariat model, I don't think this model's on XLT. I'll put it up if it is. But because I have a Lariat model, I can just go ahead and hit 4A down here. And I don't have to go into neutral for that. It just goes into there while you're in drive. You only have to go into neutral for 4 low. And as soon as I'm in 4A, it's gonna put traction to those front 2 tires, because my back left is the one losing traction right now. So as long as I give a little gas, we should get right up on out of here. Easy peasy, no big deal. Again, we were just stuck in a little rut, so take it as you will, but hopefully you can apply some of this knowledge to your situations for wherever you're going. Quick story time. I learned how to off-road from a company here in Southern California called APG. Before APG, I had a regular 2-wheel drive 2019 Ford Ranger, and I didn't like that it was only 2-wheel drive. I ended up getting really into off-roading, which I wasn't before, and I ended up getting stuck a lot. And it was XLT. I was jealous of Lariat, so I went out and bought a Lariat FX4 package, which I really, really liked. But I ended up taking that Lariat to a place called APG here in Southern California, and they made it a beast of an off-roader. The owner there, his name's George. I got to know them through a guy on Instagram. His name is Desert Chief on Instagram, but his name's Matt in real life. Matt is an awesome guy, really, really nice guy. And they kind of introduced me to his shop and introduced me into off-roading. Well, we actually went out and filmed not a commercial or an ad for them, but sort of like that out in Johnson Valley. And I kind of told them, you know, I've done a little bit of off-roading, but I don't really know what I'm doing out here. And they taught me how to use a rear locker, when to use 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, everything like that. What speed to be going at while you're in whoops. I can't teach you guys that here today because my truck's not capable of taking whoops yet, but that is how I learned. And it was kind of a painful learning curve. I mean, God bless them for being like generous enough to teach a young kid how to do all that stuff with this $45,000 truck. Yeah, there's no video out there for me to search up how to off-road a Ranger. And trust me, I searched that term multiple times and only like old POS Ranger showed up, or like trophy truck Ranger showed up, which how would that help me at all whatsoever? So hopefully this video will help you guys. Okay, so for an obstacle like this, again, these camera systems come in a lot of handy because you have that front view. So this time I'm just gonna go to the normal front view like that, start driving, and you'll notice that I can't really see over this obstacle. Right as I'm cresting it, that's it, that's all I see. But because of the camera, I can see that the road's right there. There's no ruts, there's no giant boulders, nothing that's gonna hurt my truck. and I could just keep moving. And again, there are those little breadcrumbs. Hopefully you guys can see them. The camera will pick them up. Here they are, showing me my way back to the normal streets from off-roading. Super cool, super nice feature. I've talked about it before and I'll probably talk about it again, but I really love that feature. And it shows that Ford kind of knows what their customers are gonna be doing with these trucks. Alrighty, so that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just wanted to reach out and help some of you new off-roaders out there, or maybe even just new F-150 owners. I think this video will probably help you guys out, hopefully a little bit, and you don't have to learn kind of raw like I had to. Make sure you like, comment, and share just like you guys always do, and I'll see you next time. Peace.